Buenas viciadetes, ya sabéis, los suyo del canal, que en principio no suelo comentar vídeos, pero vamos a hacer una excepción porque este Crash Time 4 tiene algunas cosillas que tenemos que comentar. En primer lugar, voy a dejar aquí una especie de selección de los modos que tiene el juego, porque no voy a poner esto, no voy a ser tan cabronazo de poneros todo lo que tengo grabado del juego. Tengo unas casi 100 gigas grabadas, así que voy a poner todo el rato, voy a poner solo unos momentos seleccionados, porque el juego en principio, por suerte o por desgracia, la mayoría del juego del modo historia consiste en buscar sitios. Básicamente el modo historia tiene 4 partes. Se consiste en, primero tenéis que buscar informantes. Buscar informantes, que es lo más divertido que tiene el juego, que tienes que hacer una especie de minijuegos, por ejemplo, llevar una ambulancia o llevar una limusina. Entonces la gente te lo agradece mandándote casos de los criminales para que puedas atraparlos. En segundo lugar, lo que vamos a hacer también son poner unas cámaras que tienes que poner por todo el escenario. Como está que el juego en el modo historia tiene como si fueran 2 mapas, 2 mundos, 2 ciudades, menos diferentes, una más que es más del centro y otra que es por las afueras, que tiene más autovía. Bueno, pues en el caso que las 2 ciudades tenemos que poner y buscando, tienes que ir buscando sitios donde tienes que poner las cámaras, lo cual es un coñazo gigante. Luego aparte tiene el otro modo, que es todavía más super coñazo, que es que tienes que buscar los sitios donde se reúnen los mafiosos, que básicamente lo que hace es buscarte, pues te pone locaciones por todo el mapa para que vayas buscándolo. Vamos, lo que es los típicos coñazos para que el juego dure más. Y luego ya tenemos por lo que sea la cuarta parte, que será lo que sea arrastrar por el fango, como este comentario que estoy haciendo, que voy a arrastrar por el fango. Arrestar a los criminales. ¿Cómo se arrestan los criminales? Pues básicamente, ya te digo, una vez que tenga los informantes y una vez que hayas puesto las cámaras y una vez que le haya reducido el número por donde pueden pasar de lo otro, irán dándote misiones y al completarlas pues los vas arrestando. Las misiones pues normalmente suelen ser de siga este coche, o este coche robado, vigílalo, o este coche el atracado, deténlo y cosas así. Comentar que lleva un coñazo, vamos a ver, no me acuerdo ahora mismo, pero creo que ciudades tienes que buscar, creo que son 200 puntos de ciudades, las cámaras creo que son 80, criminales tienes que recoger, tienes que meter a 84, vamos, que os digo que no voy a ponerlo todo, voy a hacer un pequeño resumen. Y luego tenemos lo que estoy viendo ahora mismo, que en cada ciudad tenemos una especie de, al principio de bloquea, una especie de mini campeonato, que yo lo dejé por el final del juego, y lo tenía que hecho al principio, es que pasando 3 campeonatos de la segunda ciudad desbloquea el mejor coche del juego, así que lo tenía que hecho al principio, pero bueno, el que estoy jugando ahora mismo, este pequeñito, también va bien, porque el otro coche es el mejor del juego en rapidez y todas esas cosas, pero para topar a la gente es bastante regulero porque tiene sensibilidad, se daña. Este mono no es pequeñito, se mete en muchos sitios, corre bastante, tiene bastante aceleración y a la vez para topar a los coches viene bien. Bueno, vamos a ir con las cosas. Vamos a repetir. En principio voy a poner este modo de rally para ver cómo se desbloquea. Luego he pensado que voy a dejar lo último. Bueno, yo no voy a poner todas las cosas de bloqueo, ya digo, porque voy a poner por ejemplo la última para que veáis cómo se llega al 100% del juego. Luego voy a poner, si no lo hago mal, algunas pruebas que ya os digo que son bastante divertidas de lo que es los informantes. Y ya por al final pues dejo lo que es el final del juego, lo que es el final con el ending. Espero que no se alargue mucho todas las cosas, pero que en 3-4 horas os haya metido el rollazo. Bueno, pues os digo, la documentación del juego, ya os digo, una cosa que en principio me volvió loco, pero loco perdido, es que cuando te dan cuando ya tienes informante y todas esas cosas, te dan las misiones, si lo veis te llaman a la radio policía, te sale el coche del malo, el maloso, te sale en rojo en el mapa, y entonces tú vas, supuestamente dicen, ve por el radio, ve, investígalo, ve y páralo, ve y mira lo que te vas a reunir con otro. Y al otro lo persigue. Bueno, lo que te vayan haciendo por la misión que te mande a hacer. La cosa es que yo al principio no sabía, que me volví loco de que cuando te dicen la misión, yo veía el punto rojo y al punto rojo del coche hacía lo que me habían dicho, pero no pasaba nada. Me volvía loco, no sabía lo que tenía que hacer. Al final me di cuenta no sé cómo, que cuando dice una misión de esas tienes que aceptar la misión. ¿Cómo se acepta la misión? Tienes que darle al triángulo del mando. Entonces te verás que se pone la misión, porque por ejemplo si vais abajo en el minimapa que tenéis a la izquierda, veis que me marca el camino en blanco por donde tienes que ir. Pues cuando eso te lo marca en blanco, lo cual ayuda un montón. Claro, yo al principio veía el coche rojo dando vueltas y yo me metía por toda la ciudad dando vueltas buscando el coche rojo. Así, hombre, te lo marca y vas directo. Pero claro, yo no sabía que tenías que activar la misión. Y al principio del juego me lo vi, lo digo para que no os pase igual. Que cuando os manden las misiones tenéis que darle, las aceptáis, tenéis que darle los triángulos. También llevad cuidado que si estáis en medio de una misión y por lo que sea no os dais cuenta y ya te veas triángulo, abortáis la misión. Y aunque tengas la misión casi terminada, te jodes y tienes que empezar desde el principio. Y bueno, otra aclaración que quiero decir del juego es que llevar mucho cuidado, porque ya os digo que digamos que en las 4 cosas que puedo hacer en el juego, ya os digo, creo que las cosas que tienes que buscar por la ciudad, los puntos de interés donde se reúnen los malosos, creo que es una vez que lo tienes todo, no te lo pueden quitar, creo. Pero por ejemplo, si los semáforos, cuando vas a poner, estás cerca de los semáforos, poner las cámaras de vigilancia con el tiempo se apagan. Es decir, que si no haces como yo, que al principio digo, voy a quitarme de medio las cámaras, que fue lo primero que hice, voy a quitarme de medio las cámaras. Puse todas las cámaras y cuando llené los 2 mapas de cámara y cuando estaba a mitad de hacer lo de los otros de los informantes, entonces la mitad de las cámaras se apagaron. Y tuve que empezar a poner cámaras desde el principio. Es decir, con el tiempo las cámaras se apagan, así que no vuelvo loco al principio poner solo las más principales que veis, las que vais pasando con el juego, no os vuelvo loco buscándolas, porque ya digo que luego con el tiempo se van a apagar, así que tenemos lo mismo. Luego otra cosa que también jode mucho es que cuando capturáis a los malosos, supuestamente los mandáis a lo que sea, a lo que es vuestra comisaría. Cada ciudad tiene una comisaría, los manda a tu comisaría. Lo que tampoco sé al principio era que, claro, una vez que captures a los malosos, se quedan en comisaría. Y claro, una vez que eso, lo que tienes que hacer es llevarlo a la cárcel. Para llevarlo a la cárcel tienes que ir a la comisaría y tienes que ir como escortando al transporte que los lleva a prisión, que tiene la gracia de que es como en el oeste, que en el transporte que va a prisión le pueden atacar los malosos, y se atacan los malosos al convoy y consiguen reventar al convoy que se escapan, es decir, los pueden liberar. Eso yo al principio lo entendí y lo sabía. Lo que no sabía es que, claro, yo al principio digo, como es un super coñazo que captura a alguien, te lo recuerdo que creo que son unos 61-81, capturarlo, irte a donde está lo de la policía, ir volver a la base, y una vez en la base, entonces perseguir a la mierda esa que da la vuelta por toda la puta ciudad para tener que escortarlo, pues yo lo que hacía era dejaba 2 o 3 por lo menos para no tener que hacerlo cada vez con uno. Problema, que luego me enteré que de donde la comisaría también se pone escapar, y una vez dejé 2 o 3, de pronto yo a la comisaría digo, voy a llevarlo al ese, de pronto pone, no, se han escapado, te jodes que se han escapado de la comisaría y tienes que empezar aquí, tienes que empezar desde el principio. Así que ya os digo, pero es que además los informantes, las pruebas que hacen de los informantes, también con el tiempo se van, que es como las cámaras, con el tiempo también se pierden, y tienes que volver a hacer otra vez la misma misión que eso, que al principio, por ejemplo, la misión que tienes que ir a buscar en la limusina, pues está chula, porque tienes que buscar al cliente, tal y cual, pero claro, cuando se va a la cámara, el informante se te va, y la ha hecho, ya la has repetido 4 veces, pues te toca mucho los huevos. Básicamente, el juego está muy chulo, de gráfico y todas esas cosas, pero básicamente lo que han hecho es, han dejado el mundo abierto, han hecho la ciudad, y una vez que han hecho la ciudad, pues vamos a inventarnos que te mandamos aquí, te mandamos allí, hacemos 4 misioncicas y ya está todo hecho. Y eso me jode, pues que se vayan a currar un modo un poco de historia y un poco de cosas, pero bueno, a vosotros lo veis aquí y así lo juzgáis. Es un juego de que va a pasar un fin de semana, un sábado y un domingo entretenido por la tarde, pues está bien, pero vamos, un juego que va a comprarlo en físico para comprarlo por 15 euros 20, y en digital para comprarlo cuando esté de oferta 6 euros a 7. Esto no tiene más vuelta, y me jode porque ya digo que lo que es el juego se controla muy bien. Es una cosa que tiene es que hay un montón de coches, también os pondré la selección de coches que consigo desbloquear, porque aunque lo hago al 100%, supongo que tendrás que jugar en el modo súper difícil para desbloquear todos los coches. Y ahora os pondré, ya digo, pondré, si me acuerdo, pondré una lista de los coches que desbloquear y un montón de cosas, hay limusinas, hay camiones, ambulancias, es decir, esto está muy chulo. Y ya digo que la gracia que tiene es que cada coche es diferente. Es decir, se han molestado a hacer físicas para cada coche, se han molestado en hacer la ciudad gigante, se han molestado en todas esas cosas, y luego una vez que has hecho, pues el juego está como vacío, porque al final hay un montón de cosas por hacer, pero que al final nada. Y ya digo, luego no os he dicho que para entrar al modo rally que estáis viendo tenéis que ir a la comisaría vuestra. Y ya digo, en cada ciudad la comisaría, cuando entras en la comisaría te da la opción de eso, de o llevar a los prisioneros a la cárcel o hacer el modo rally. Comentar que el modo rally, aunque una vez que lo has hecho una vez ya está hecho, luego lo puedes hacer con coches diferentes y, por ejemplo, lo haces con supercoches, pues los enemigos que vas a tener son supercoches, que va a ser más difícil, pero que las carreras son las mismas 6 carreras y no hay recompensa. Una vez que saques de desbloquear el coche, ya pues aunque lo repitas 1000 veces no desbloquea nada más. Solo que conforme cambies de coche, pues los coches que cambies pues son diferentes. Si lo haces con uno de rally, pues tendrás de rally, con una furgoneta, pues de la furgoneta. Pero que vamos, que no merece la pena, que una vez que eso no merece la pena que repitáis el modo de esto. Y luego ya, pues si queréis, ya por gracia, una cosa que tiene divertida también, ya no es que sea en el modo historia, luego tiene el multijugador, bueno, tal igual. Pero lo divertido que tiene es que podría hacer una especie de, si no estoy en el modo historia, tiene una especie de modo carrera que haces tú, que puedes hacer, por ejemplo, que no sea de vuelta, sino que sea circuito sin continuo, que básicamente te pasan por casi toda la ciudad, que está divertido. Que lo ponen los rivales, eso sí hay que poner los rivales en hard para que sea un poco eso. Y eso, y está bueno, divertido. Por lo menos ese modo se puede echar un par de partidas y de vez en cuando, si lo tienes instalado, pues te echo un par de partidas. Y bueno, voy cortando ya que se me acaba este primer corte de audio. Y ya os digo, juego, disfrutarlo, que está bien, pero no os paguéis mucho por él. Vale, chaito.
place is really dirty.
Just see what goes on around here when we don't keep an eye out. This is where the underground meets.
We'll just leave behind some sign that we were here. That should get them spooked. Strange smell too?
Yeah, creepy. The Syndicate hang out here.
This is definitely a bad part of town. Sinister, man.
Let's leave the light on here so the cockroaches stay away.
Gotta be a place where criminals hang out.
Just see what goes on around here when we don't keep an eye out.
Ben?
Yeah? where the underground meets.
The Syndicate is gonna have to look for somewhere new. This place is really dirty.
Give it a spray with the anti-crime deodorant.
Ben, what's up, you Autobahn demons? You wanna go head-to-head with us car tuners? It's more fun when you're there.
This must be a hideout, right?
Yeah. Nice to bring a little rain into a poor gangster's life. Ben, can you smell that strange smell too?
Yep. It definitely stinks of criminality here. This must be a hideout, right?
We'll just leave behind some sign that we were here. That should get them spooked.
where the underground meets.
Over and out.
This must be a hideout, right?
One of the Syndicate's dens.
What's up, you Autobahn demons? You wanna go head-to-head with us cartooners? It's more fun when you're around.
This is where the underground meets.
Obvious. A gangster base. This place is really dirty.
Isn't it a great feeling trashing a gangster hangout?
This is definitely a bad part of town. Sinister, man.
Just look at this. This is where those guys do business. So, this dump will be out of action for a while.
Okay. Our city is now that little bit more clean. Gotta be a place where criminals hang out.
Just see what goes on around here when we don't keep an eye out. This is a peaceful little place.
Let's put up a sign. No entrance for crooks. This place is really dirty.
Yep, it definitely stinks of criminality here.
This place is really dirty.
Isn't it a great feeling trashing a gangster hangout? What do we have here?
If this isn't one of the Syndicate's hideaways, then I'm Mary Poppins.
Cameras just keep on getting smaller and better.
But the programs don't get any more exciting.
Hold it, I think there's a cop show on later today.
Hey, you police freaks. Up for another race. Come over to the club.
That should be enough. The boss won't authorize any more cameras. place is really dirty.
No one will be doing anything illegal around here anymore.
Ben, can you smell that strange smell too?
Yep. It definitely stinks of criminality here.
This is definitely a bad part of town. Sinister, man.
Doesn't surprise me. It's only dirty business that takes place here.
This is definitely a bad part of town. Sinister, man.
Ow! A rat's nest! This must be a hideout, right?
I'd be surprised if it wasn't. This is definitely a bad part of town. Sinister, man.
Let's leave the light on here so the cockroaches stay away.
This place is really dirty.
Yeah, creepy. The Syndicate hang out here. This is where the underground meets.
Over and out. This place is giving me goosebumps.
Just look at this. This is where those guys do business. is where the underground meets.
Yep, but I'm afraid they have a hell of a lot more of these places.
challenge on the racetrack.
This place is giving me goosebumps.
This looks like a restocking point or something. This must be a hideout, right?
Let's put up a sign. No entrance for crooks.
That's enough now. We've mounted cameras all over. We can't do any more.
Hey there, police hot rods. Come back over to the racetrack and do a few circuits with us.
Hey, partner, you have to check out the new club on the waterfront. I was there last night.
Club. Waterfront. I've got a wife and child. I went to bed early. The last time I was in a club, they were still taking Deutschmarks.
Man, you're grumpy again.
Didn't sleep well.
Control to all units. Accident reported with multiple injuries at the 44-kilometer marker. A vehicle has been forced off the road by 2 speeding drivers.
Are our test drivers out again?
No idea. There are enough speeders out there as it is without those prototype test pilots.
Car 14 to control. The 2 suspect drivers have hit and run. They're still on the Autobahn. We're having trouble keeping up.
Oh, great. There's all sorts of action kicking off on the Autobahn, and we're stuck in here writing reports.
Car 8 to control. 2 speeding vehicles are disrupting traffic and causing more accidents. They're trying to force us off the road. Officers in need of assistance.
Control to all units. Block all exits in case they try to leave the Autobahn. Cars 8 and 14, try and stop them.
I can't listen to this anymore.
Should I close the door?
Come on, Samir. Let's go and hunt those guys down.
Forget it, Ben. Our freshly polished car will only end up trash and give the boss another chance to have a go at us.
Spoil sport.
One of the cars is heading for the exit. Damn, he's much too fast.
The other one is staying on the Autobahn. We're trying to keep up.
Whoa! The suspect has lost control. Serious accident. Cars exploded. Repeat, serious accident. We need an ambulance and the fire department.
Serious accident. Samir, move your ass. Now it's our turn.
Okay, you win, Ben. This is definitely a case for the Autobahn police. Hey, what are you yawning at? Bored?
I didn't get much sleep.
Were you hanging around the clubs all night again?
Hanging around. I had a toothache.
How come?
I get it now and then. I should really get it pulled.
I see. You're one of those kind of guys who do anything for an adrenaline rush, but freaks out when they have to go to the dentist.
Aha. I just don't like the sound of the drill.
Then let's do it the hard way.
Hard way.
We'll find some tough guy, you annoy him, and he'll punch you in the jaw.
Very funny.
Samir, Ben, are you reading me?
Hey, Hardmutt. Anything new from forensics?
We've had a good look at the car involved in the accident. Well, what was left of it. It was pretty much burnt out.
Yeah, Hartmut, we know. Have you found out anything about the driver?
That was a bit tricky.
Hardmutt, the suspense is killing me.
Yes, we've identified the body.
Is the report ready?
It's already on the boss's table.
Then the case is closed.
What happened yesterday was surely an accident, but there's no explanation for the bullet holes we found in the wreckage.
Did you say bullet holes?
Yes, in the drunken fender. The back window was also shattered by a projectile before the accident occurred.
Doesn't sound like the case is closed.
I knew you'd be intrigued.
Yes, Hardmutt, we certainly are.
Thanks, Hartmut. We'll have a look at the report.
Shall we drive to the station and see what the boss thinks?
I think we better investigate.
Cobra 11, come in. Where are you?
We're about to park a few meters from your desk.
Don't bother getting out. The boss has gone to investigate the deceased's apartment. You're to rendezvous with her there as quickly as possible.
Understood. We're on our way.
Samir, Ben, there's not a shred of evidence to be found here. It's sparsely furnished, no mementos or souvenirs, no signs of his past, family, or friends.
That sounds a bit like a case of false identity, boss.
That's the impression I get too.
We'll talk about that later. When I arrived here, I noticed a car waiting outside the apartment. It matches the eyewitness accounts of the second speeding car.
It'll be long gone by now.
It's parked by the side of the road. It would appear the driver is watching me, perhaps waiting for me to leave again.
You'd better stay in the apartment then. We'll be there soon to take care of him.
Is he at least in a no parking zone?
No, and I think we should just watch him first. Wait and see what he does when I step out of the apartment.
So we should keep our distance.
Yes, I'll be the bait. Keep an eye on him without attracting attention.
Understood, boss.
We're in position, boss. You can go outside now.
Okay.
Look at that. The guy's following her.
Then we'll follow him.
Speed it up, boss. We'll see if he tries to keep up with you.
Ben, I'm going to drive back to the station.
We'll stick with him. Samir, I think he realized he's being followed.
Buckle up. He's making a break for it.
That's not gonna do him any good. so politely. Why isn't he stopping?
I guess he's not in the mood for a chat.
But I'm not in the mood to follow him anymore.
All right, then let's put an end to this. Nudge the back of the car, put it into a spin, stop in front of him, and then politely but firmly invite him for a coffee.
That sounds very professional. Let's do it. finally stopped.
So let's have a chat with our new friend. The boss.
Samir, Ben, have you got anything on the suspect?
We've questioned him.
Unfortunately, there's no way he could have been the driver involved. He's got an alibi. We've already checked it out, and it's watertight. He was having surgery at the time.
It must have been his car, but he wasn't driving it. The car was in the garage while he was in surgery. We'll go over there and find out if someone took it out for a bit of a test drive.
Why was he watching me at the apartment?
He was apparently there to buy a digital camera from someone. He saw you go into the building and then waited for you to come out again.
So he was waiting for me.
Yeah, he thought you looked pretty hot, got curious, and that's why he followed you.
It all got a bit too much for him when you parked up at the police station. He thought you'd inform the police, and that was why we were following him.
Nothing personal, boss. Of course you're an attractive woman, but his story sounds a bit dubious to me.
Ben, thank you for the compliment. But I agree. His story does sound a bit strange.
We'll see what a visit to the garage brings.
Can I help you?
We hope so. We're Autobahn police. This car was here for repair yesterday, right?
Yes, I remember it.
Did someone take it out for a test drive afterwards?
Of course, that's part of the service.
Then we'd very much like to know who took it out.
Our very own speed junkie worked on it, and he took it for a spin afterwards.
Can we talk to him?
He's not here. He's off for the rest of the week.
We'll need his name and address. Where else could we find him?
Pretty well anywhere you'd find guys hammering hell out of competition engines.
Thanks.
Sorry, fellas. You can't park here. There'll be a couple of motorhomes arriving soon. They need the space.
Just a quick question. We're looking for a certain Patrick Bowman.
Oh, so are we.
He hasn't been here recently?
Only yesterday. Signed up for the club race at short notice. He should have been here ages ago. We'll be starting in a few minutes.
Then we'll wait if you don't mind. Perhaps he'll turn up.
I've got a better idea. You've got the right kind of car to take part in the race. Show us what you've got.
Sounds good. Don't want to start gathering dust now, do we?
Samir, Ben. A few minutes ago, someone called and asked for you two. He wanted to meet you. He said he has some tips for you.
Tips about what?
He didn't want to say, only wanted to talk to you. But it seemed to be pretty important.
Okay, we'll meet him. Where and when?
At the car park by the train station, level 3 at noon.
That's in 5 minutes.
Well, get a move on.
Drive around the city, please. Let's go.
Hey, we're not tour guides.
This is not for my pleasure either.
So it's Mr. Zucker who was having surgery while someone else was speeding around the Autobahn in his car. The gentleman who followed our boss because he found her so attractive. Did you arrange this meeting so you could ask us for a telephone number?
My real name is Frank Free. I'm a detective chief inspector from the Federal Criminal Police Office.
A colleague? This just gets better and better.
Organized crime unit Berlin, presently working undercover. The man killed on the Autobahn was my partner.
Is that why we couldn't find any personal effects in his apartment?
Exactly. I don't know how his cover was blown. If he hadn't been killed in the accident, then I'm sure he would have been shot.
That at least explains the bullet holes in his car.
So the maniac in your car was chasing your partner to try and get rid of him.
Yeah, the maniac is a member of the Syndicate that we infiltrated a few weeks ago.
Syndicate?
A powerful underground organization has formed here over the course of the last few months. Countless members from all nationalities, Arabs, Chinese, Italian, Russian, and almost every type of crime. Car theft, drugs, arms trading, extortion, bribery, robbery.
Here, in our city.
In every backyard, in every garage, in every warehouse, in every corner of this city.
Are you still on the case?
Yeah, I'm still on the case. But I don't know how my partner's cover was blown, or whether they'll find me out too. We knew about each other, but worked separately. So the same internal contact in the department. Perhaps there's a leak somewhere. I can't trust anyone anymore.
Why do you trust us?
It's most unlikely that the Autobahn police are involved in organized crime. If you are, then I'm finished.
You're in luck. But why are you telling us all this?
I'll give you information as much as I can get. If they catch me, like they did my partner, you'll have everything you need and we won't have lost our lives for nothing.
Oh, great. You're on the move, hanging around in bars and restaurants, and what do? Write up your reports?
To start with, until you see how it all works. Then we can work together against the Syndicate. I want this assignment finished as quickly as possible. I do plan on going back home at some point. So, are you in?
Have we really got a choice?
Depends. Do you have a career or a calling?
Definitely a bad conscience if we leave you on your own with this.
Okay, here's a list of a few names. All members of the Syndicate. Not the big guys, but they're all very active. Take them out of action. And don't leave a stone unturned. The Syndicate is careful. These guys won't go back anywhere where the police have been sniffing around.
Sounds as though we've got our work cut out for us.
Drop me off at the next corner. I'll be in touch.
Take care. Nice party.
Yeah, but we're not invited. Shall we join in?
A little welcoming fireworks?
With the drone?
We positioned the squib down there under the storage pallet.
An explosive idea. Call for backup. I'll sort out the fireworks.
Surprise!
Ben, come on. Let's grab him. Whoa, Doc. You almost stepped right in front of our car.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a bit stressed. I wasn't looking out.
Perhaps you should take a break.
I'm on a break, unfortunately. I've got a patient lying in the operating theater waiting for a donor organ.
Then this must be a pretty bad time to ask you to look at the men in these photos.
Yes, a very bad time. Who are you then?
Jaeger and Gerkem from the Audubon Criminal Police.
The police. Your friend and helper. Can you drive an ambulance?
Yes? Why?
The helicopter that's delivering the organ has to land some distance away. The ambulance is ready, but I can't find the crew. Can you please rush to the landing area and pick up the organ?
No need to ask twice. We'll get it as fast as we can.
Wonderful. Thank you. By the way, I've actually treated 2 men from your photos before. Once I've got this OP done with, I'll dig out the files and give you a call.
Great. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, guys. That was damn close.
We should get you to safety straight away.
There's nowhere in the world I'll be safe now.
We'll find something.
First of all, let's get you to the station.
By the way, I've got another list of names for you. These are the last ones I could muster up.
Come from?
Come on, put your foot down. Otherwise, we'll all end up wearing concrete boots.
Drive to the quarry.
These guys are as persistent as flies.
They're extremely good drivers.
They may be fast, but do they have the skills?
We'll soon find out.
On the wheel. Give me your gun.
Frank, cover the right and I'll take the rest.
Oh, whatever, Samir. Just take aim.
Some backup.
Could help.
Yeah, Samir, send a little message to our colleagues.
Cobra 11 to control. We're in trouble here. Need urgent backup.
Understood, Cobra 11. Help is on its way.
Samir, Ben, from now on, the Syndicate is really gonna make things hard for you. Don't be soft, and don't back down once you've stirred things up.
Sure. We don't want to end up sealed in a freight container.
Put those gangsters out of action, with or without good reason. Get in their way whenever you can. Otherwise, it's gonna be game over quicker than you think.
Game over?
It'll be too late.
Frank, is there any chance you can give us some background support? Frank? Damn it. They got Frank.
What do you mean, got?
He's been shot.
Damn! He was warning us about game over and then he takes a bullet.
At last. Backup.
The attackers are taking off.
And they must be allergic to blue lights.
What now?
Back to the station.
We've got a dead guy in the car who no one knows anything about.
Then we're gonna have to have a long chat with the boss.
And then be bombarded with questions from the district attorney?
We're just gonna have to deal with it. We can't just dump Frank in the woods.
You're right, Samir. We'll tell the boss everything. Jaeger, Autobahn, Criminal Police.
Hello. I hope you're not bringing me some bad news.
Nah. We just want to know if you've seen any of the men in these photos before.
Maybe they offered to sell you a used car.
Not exactly sure. But I think these two have been here before.
Just taking a look around?
They spoke to my salesman. I only saw them out of the corner of my eye.
Could we have a quick word with your salesman?
I'm afraid not. He called in sick today, and that gives me a problem, because I need to find someone to cover for him.
Is he going to be back tomorrow?
I don't know. Listen, I'm a bit busy. I've got a special customer who I need to deliver a stretch limo to for a test drive. It's got to be on time, or else I can forget the deal.
That luxury cruise liner outside the door? I'd love to drive that.
Okay then. Drive the car to my customer. Then I've got one worry less. I'll keep the photos here, and I'll give you a call if they show up again.
That's what I call a good deal. Gherkin, Autobahn Criminal Police.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Could you please take a look at these photos and see if you've come across any of them before?
Well, I think
Yes?
nothing. It's okay.
You were thinking you might get some grief because your truck's got a few, non-standard parts?
No. What then? Which parts?
Shall we take a closer look?
Not necessary. This vehicle's got all the right papers.
Yeah, and I'm Chris Kringle.
Don't get all wound up. We're only here about the photos. But I really wouldn't mind taking a closer look at your truck.
I'm sorry, but I don't recall seeing any of these fellas. I honestly don't. What do I have to do to make you believe me?
Let me do a lap in your truck.
Are you serious? I've really never seen any of these fellas.
Hang on to the photos and call the station if you see any of them. And let my partner do a lap in your truck.
Okay, you're on. Here's the keys.
Say, Samir, are you going to enter the monster truck race?
Yeah, sure. What do you think?
I was just wondering how you're going to get into a set of wheels like that.
Oh, funny! right.
I agree completely, Samir. The conveyor shouldn't stop for this long.
And it's just our luck. We're wedged between the brushes. We can't even get out.
Then let's hit the gas and get out of here before we get too claustrophobic.
Nice idea, but the car won't start.
Huh?
The electronic controls, the battery, no idea. Everything's dead.
You're joking, right?
We're stuck.
Then let's use the phone a friend lifeline. This is too much! No reception!
Oh man. Congratulations on being awarded the jinx of the day.
Samir, can you smell that too?
Hey, it's not me.
It smells a bit like chloroform.
You might be right. And it seems as though it's coming out of the car wash jets.
Huh. I was expecting something a bit different from a full-service car wash.
Mr. Yeager, Mr. Gherkin, I assume that you're now aware of the hopeless situation you're in.
Who's that?
Well, we've never met face to face, but you are in my way. Nevertheless,
How's that? We're stuck inside a car wash.
I'm a man with a big vision. I want to turn this city into the biggest trade and congress location in the world.
For organized crime.
For the free market, without any annoying laws which regulate the valuable goods that we trade worldwide. We're not criminals. We are a consortium of business people, very influential, reaching right up to the highest political circles. The city has a central location in Europe, and I'll turn it into the hub of our business so we can control and dominate the European market and beyond into the Russian territories.
You ever heard of megalomania?
I admit, I underestimated you two. Two little Autobahn cops, like sand in the gears, eh? Dog mess on my shoes. You've managed to interfere with the realization of my dream, my vision, severely. That's why I'm sure you understand. I must dispose of you.
Don't worry. The Force has a lot more officers who'll screw up your plans.
I'm prepared. No one can stop me now. On this very day, the biggest drug deal in history will take place at the harbor. This will bring the Syndicate to bigger and higher levels. My dream will become reality.
Dreamer.
The gas will soon take effect. When you wake up, you'll have plenty of time to regret the fact that you got in my way.
Samir?
Ben, we've got to think.
What's going on? Where are we?
In the quarry, and our car is being pushed by something.
There's a huge rock face in front of us. We'll be squashed like flies.
I guess that's the point of the whole thing.
We've got to get out of here!
Yes, but how, damn it? The car's locked.
Then we need help from the outside.
No phone, no radio.
Wait!
What is it?
Do you think the drones will work?
Let's try it.
Yes! 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 It's working!
Come on, quick. Steer the drone under the monster that's pushing us.
Do you think one explosion will do it?
We've got 2 or 3 drones on board.
Then all of them have really got to do damage. Otherwise, we won't be able to stop this giant.
Number 1 hit home.
Quick, the next drone.
Bullseye, come on. One more. That hit the target again.
We've used up all our shots.
Wait, I think we've stopped.
Yeah, the monsters had it.
That was damn close.
Samir, Ben, everything all right? Are you hurt?
Everything's fine.
We could hear you over the radio, but you couldn't hear us.
It all worked out in the end.
I need a break.
And our megalomaniac friend?
Can't that wait till tomorrow?
I think that the biggest drug deal in history is going on right now. So let's go.
Over 11 to all units. Deploy at the container harbor. Secure the whole area and arrest anyone and everyone.
Nobody move a muscle.
Jackie! Jaeger!
So you're the megalomaniac dreamer, the big visionary.
You two should be dead.
No. No one can stop us, because we've got a vision too.
We want this city to be the cleanest in all of Europe, with the smallest crime rate.
Your syndicate severely interfered with the security of this city.
That's why we're sure you'll understand that we have to take you down.
And give you time to regret your actions in a high-security prison. Until the end of your life.
Ben, Samir, when you have time, please come to my office.
It always makes me a bit suspicious when she's that friendly.
You're really in a good mood today, boss.
Yes, I am. And you're partly to thank for that.
Only partly.
You've uncovered the whole syndicate, and as far as I can see, put all the members behind bars. The city is safe again, at least from those crooks.
Yes, it's a wonderful feeling to have the city safe again. Everything's peaceful because once again, the dynamic duo.
Ben! You're babbling. As long as you two are on duty, the streets will never be peaceful. Automobile associations have declared our city a trouble spot. We're home to the richest clamp and tow companies in the country. I also have dozens of reports of offensive police behavior.
Well, really? Who from our station would be offensive?
You might manage to spoil my good mood if you keep pushing it. The real reason I'm being so pleasant is because I'm sending you two on your well-earned annual leave today. You can finally use up some of your overtime.
That's 2 months off duty.
No, it's 2 months without any destroyed cars or huge towing bills. 2 months of peaceful streets, a satisfied chief of police. It'll be like a holiday for me.
But crime never sleeps.
The damage that you two cause chasing crooks is almost greater than the damage the crooks cause themselves.
Boss, the state has to work against crime regardless.
It will. Without Samir regardless, and without Ben regardless. You're on holiday now, and you've earned it.
Oh, boss.
Gentlemen, I wish you a pleasant holiday. Now get out of here.